Guys, so I'm here to do this video to talk about my goals for 2017. I have quite a few, so I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish all of them. I might have to carry some over to next year, but it's just, you know, things that I want to think about and try my best to accomplish this year. So the first thing that I'm going to start with are just my life goals, nothing associated with the dolls. Definitely my number one goal is to continue to lose weight. I have lost about 10 pounds since coming off of prednisone, because obviously most of my weight gain was from the prednisone, but it was also from overeating, because prednisone makes you hungry all the time, so you just want to eat. So I have lost 10 pounds already, which is unreal. I'm so happy about that. I'd like to lose probably another 10 to 20 pounds in the next year. So I've just been working on basically just cutting down my portions and eating mostly healthy foods, obviously, you know, like eating more fruits and vegetables, things like that. So that's my number one goal. I also want to finally get my smash booking done. And for those of you who don't know what a smash book is, it's like a journal slash scrapbook. So the way I used one was, I think I used it in 2013, because I used to have a jar where anytime something good would happen during the year, I would write it on a piece of paper and put it in this jar. And then at the end of the year, I got to read through everything that was good that happened that year. And I did that 2 years in a row. I did it for 2013 and 2014. And when I did the 2013 one, I went and actually took all those papers and rewrote all of those good things from 2013 in a smash book, and then included like little mementos from the year. So like ticket stubs, I even printed out little photos that corresponded with certain events or memories from the year. And it was really cool, like, to have that for the year. It's like the best of 2013. And so I still have my best of 2014 papers sitting in a jar that I wanted to put in a smash book as well, and I haven't done it. And I have a Ziploc bag full of little mementos from that year that I wanted to put in the smash book as well. 2015, I did not do the jar because the jar was still full. I mean, I could have taken those and put those in the Ziploc bag, but I didn't do it because I bought a gratitude journal for 2015. And I started writing, you know, the best things that happened each day in that journal. So I have those for those years. But I want to get the 2014 one put in a book. And then I have mementos from 2015 and 2016 that I want to smash book as well. So I definitely want to get those done, because like they're all like, I've literally just been throwing them in a pile on our bookshelf, and it's like starting to look like a pile of mess. So I definitely want to get those into my smash books. I also want to do more scrapbooking and card making. I think I mentioned this in my crafty haul. I want to try to, hopefully, once the ball gets rolling, I'm hoping to try to have one day, at least one day a week, where I work on a scrapbook or I work on making some cards. Because I have so many supplies that I have bought to make these things that have just been sitting there, and I haven't done what I wanted to do with them. And so I really want to try to make time for that this year. I'd like to get a box where I can keep all the cards that I've made, so at least, you know, when a birthday comes up, I can go and pull out a birthday card that I've made or whatever card. And I have a scrapbook I'm in the middle of finishing, which was my trip to North Dakota the year that I got married, which was in 2009. So I have to finish that scrapbook, and then I have our wedding scrapbook and our honeymoon scrapbook to do. So I'm way behind. It's something that happened because I got sick and I didn't have energy to do these things, and it just got pushed back and pushed back. So this year I really want to try and get those things. I don't know if I could finish all those scrapbooks in a year, but at least get a good amount of it done. So those are things that I want to do. And I also have some crafter's clay left over from the crafter's clay class that I took at Michael's a couple years ago. I want to use that up and make things with it that I can use on the cards that I want to make. So I want to get that used. This is basically going to be a year where I want to focus on using what I have in our house, be it crafting supplies or doll stuff. I want to use what I have without buying more. I just want to use what I have. And my thought is by the end of the year, if there's things that I did not use, then those things I'm going to look at and see if it's time to just purge those items. And then my last goal, or sorry, I have two more life goals. One, I'd like to take a trip with Alex. I don't know if it'll be a big trip because, like I said, money's a little bit tighter this year because of my work. But even if we could just go on a weekend getaway, like we were looking into a nice bed and breakfast that's like on the water in this town that we haven't visited before. We're looking at going there maybe for our anniversary for 2 nights. Usually when we do a getaway for our anniversary, it's like 1 night, but we thought like even if we could do 2 nights, that would be nice. Just something like some sort of travel together, even if it's just within Ontario, just something somewhere to go together. And then the last thing is to save more money and spend less. That is my ultimate goal this year. Then with YouTube, I actually have a little YouTube goal list. So I really want to make a new trailer for my channel. It has been on my list for like literally the last year, and I just haven't made the time to do it. And so this year I want to make a new trailer for my channel, and obviously I do need to update my intro for Doll Break as well. I also want to do a couple of Q&A videos at some points throughout the year. I think it would be fun to do some Q&As. I'd also like to try using the live feature on YouTube, but I haven't quite figured out how to work it yet or how to set it up. Now that we have our tablet, I'm thinking I might be able to use our iPad to live stream. I'm not really sure. I have to look into how it works and how to do it. But I think that would be kind of fun. I can like answer your questions live, or we can chit chat live about whatever. So I think that would be fun. I also really want to do a couples tag with Alex. If I can convince him, I think it would be really fun to do a couples tag. And then someone also asked me to do like a husband's tag. And I'm not sure if that's like the same thing or if it's something different. I'm going to have to look it up. I also want to try and design some new t-shirts for my t-shirt shop. Yeah. And I'm also toying with the idea of starting a new channel. A couple of people have PM'd me with similar ideas, and I kind of have had the idea for a while now of starting a children's YouTube channel because I am a nanny and I am a early childhood educator, and for one thing, I absolutely love reading stories. And so I thought it would be fun to have like a certain day each week where I read a story for children, and maybe another day of the week do a children's song, because I love singing songs and doing musical activities with kids. Like when I'm a nanny, those are like my absolute favorite things to do with kids, is singing, dancing, playing musical instruments or making musical instruments, and reading stories. Those are like my favorite things to do. So I was thinking of like maybe make it like a 3-day a week kind of schedule, where one day would be singing, one day would be reading a story, and another day might be like activity ideas, maybe sharing some activities that I do at work, whether it be like a sensory activity or an art activity or science or cognitive activities, like just kind of activities that are, you know, based around like a theme that month, kind of like following what I do at work. Because I know a lot of people have said like that they follow me on Instagram and they love seeing when I post pictures of like activities that I've done with Margaret, and so they would like ideas of things to do with their kids. So I don't know, I just thought that might be like kind of a fun new channel, but you know, like this channel takes a lot of time for me, so it's kind of something I'm not 100% sure how I'll be able to balance the two, but it's just something I'm thinking of maybe doing, because I know even when I was in high school and I used to meet with my mentor, she always told me that she could see me like doing a children's show, like almost like Mr. Dress Up or something. Because she's like, you love the arts, you love performing, you love singing, and you love children. And like, she's like, I could just see you like putting those together and, you know, having like a kid's show or something. So I don't know. And I mean, I found out that there is actually a YouTube space in Toronto now, and I'm at the level that I can actually, I think I have to go to a couple of courses there first, so I have to look into how to do that, but once I complete those, I can actually go and rent out a studio and equipment to like produce, you know, like high quality videos, and I think that would be kind of like fun to try. And so, you know, maybe I could go there once a month and film a bunch of videos for this children's channel. I don't know. I'm just, it's an idea I have in my head. And then the last part is doll collection goals. And that is going back again to what I said about using everything I have. That's like my number one. Like, if that is the only thing I can accomplish this year with my collection, I'll be happy. That is my one goal, is that, you know, as I was putting everything away after Christmas and reorganizing everything, and I realized I literally do not have any more space for any more baby clothes. Like, my drawers are packed to the brim. I can't fit any more in there than there already is. I can't fit any more in my closet, and I really don't want to start trickling more into like our storage space, because our storage space is already pretty tightly packed with stuff for my work and stuff for Christmas, because I'm a huge Christmas decoration freak. Like, our crawl space slash storage space is literally filled with Christmas decor and stuff for my job, and also a couple of like reborn related items in there. But I don't want to start getting to that point where the space that I've allowed myself to put the items for my reborns, I don't want it to have to go beyond that. I don't want to have to be stuffing things in our bedroom closet or stuffing things in our storage room or whatever. Like, I don't want to get to that point. And I kind of looked at all of my stuff and was like, there's a lot of stuff here that I've never used. I've had this outfit for 2 years or 1 year and I haven't even used it. And I'm thinking, it kind of just hit me that I was like, why am I continuing to buy clothes when I have a room full that most of them I haven't even used yet? So my goal is to literally use everything that I have for my reborns. And by the end of the year, if there's certain items that I have not used, I might just get rid of them altogether. The items that I don't use by the end of the year. Because if I haven't used them this year and I haven't used them in previous years, then I'm probably never going to use them. You know what I mean? Like, so that is my major goal, and to basically limit my spending on the hobby in terms of, obviously, like I said, I won't be buying more bottles. I won't be buying more clothes. I won't be buying blankets or anything like that. The only thing I'm allowing myself to spend on is American Girl clothes for my American girls, because that I do have a designated area. It's a small area, so I can't go too crazy, but I do have a small drawer left that I can put American Girl stuff in. And so with, you know, if I can allow myself to fill that spot and no more though. So I'll be very picky and choosy and limit what I spend on the American Girl clothes this year. But that is like literally the only thing I'm allowing myself to spend on this hobby. Also, Marilyn and Paula and I are going to be going to the London Doll Show again in April. I believe it's April 2nd is the doll show. And we have decided that we're going to do a weekend, and we're going to do 2 nights in the hotel this time instead of 1. We just have to kind of set it in place. But, you know, again, that's kind of like, I probably won't buy anything other than probably a couple of AG outfits from the vendor that I usually purchase from. And other than that, other than, you know, the hotel and food, that's it. That's going to be the limit of my spending. And I consider that as part of my hobby because it's going to a doll show. But I'm going to hang out with friends. And yeah, so really limiting the spending on that this year. And just using what I have. And, you know, as I go through the outfits and put them on the babies, my thought process is if it doesn't look right on one baby, I'll try it on another baby. Like, I'll try it on all the babies that take that size. And if it doesn't work for any of them, then it's going to be gone. I'm going to have a bin that I'm just going to throw things in as I go through them. If I don't like them or they don't fit or whatever, I'm going to put them in there. And when the bin gets full, I'll take it to Once Upon a Child, get some money, and then whatever's left will be donated to Rosalie Hall. So that's like my main thing. I also want to try to do a rotation of my dolls, meaning I would like to try to follow a routine. I don't know how to explain it. Like, basically say, make a list of my dolls and say, okay, I'm going to start at the top of the list. And I'm going to allow myself to play with this doll for maybe like 2 or 3 days max. And then move on to the next baby on the list. So that all of my babies are getting equal attention. And one's not just sitting there for any length of time. And that way it'll also give more variety on my channel. Because you guys won't be seeing the same baby for like days or weeks on end. It's going to be hard to do because I do have moments where I'm drawn to one baby over another. But I think that's going to help me, you know, bond with all of my babies, but also see if there's any that I don't have a bond with anymore that I might want to get rid of. Or also, like, it'll help me use my outfits, because if I'm playing with them, I can maybe make it a goal to change a doll daily so that I can get through all these outfits. I also want to finally send my Real Care 2 in to be looked at and possibly repaired if need be. I want to get my Saskia kit reborn. That will be an expense. I have to save up for that, but that I'm okay with. I also need to update my doll binder that has like photos of all of my babies and like the dates that they arrived and how much they're valued at and all that kind of stuff. So I have new babies that have to be added in there. I think I've printed out all their pictures, but I have to like actually get the pages written up and, you know, like get their birth certificates and papers put in there. I'd love to arrange a doll meetup in Toronto. That would be awesome. I'm really wanting to do that in like the spring or the summer. I also want to go through all my passies and bottles, make sure they're all modified, and clean out the bottles that the solution in them is like thick and chunky. Get those cleaned out. And so that is all my doll goals. And then I just thought of one other goal that I forgot to write down under life goals. And that is, it kind of goes along the line of what I was saying about not buying, a lot this year and just mostly enjoying what I do have here at home. I want to make this year more about experiencing things. Like, I want it to be more of enjoying life experiences versus, materialistic things. There was a quote. I was watching some older Colin and Katie vlogs, and there was a quote that they used to put on their intro, and it really made me think. And it was, I hope I say it right, it was somewhere along the lines of collect moments, not things. And every time I would see that come up, it really struck me, and it really got me thinking, and how I want to really, I want to do that. I want to collect moments more than things. I want to make this year an experience. I want to go places. I want to spend more time with friends. Like, I've done pretty well over the last few years getting out there and living and getting together with friends and family, but I want to do more of that this year. I want to try my best. I know it's hard because I'm chronically ill, and a lot of times the weekends I'm like exhausted and I don't feel like doing anything, and I don't feel like going to visit people or go out or whatever. But I really want to try my best this year to not let that always stop me. I want to spend more time with family and spend more time with friends, and just, go outside for walks and enjoy the fresh air and, things like that. And just enjoy the moments in life. And not have all the moments be about going to the mall and shopping. Because a lot of times, like, even with my friends, like, we'll get together, we'll go to the mall and we'll go shopping, and you get out there and you see stuff and you're like, oh, I gotta have it, and then you're spending money, and it's like, I want to try to, like, if we do go to a mall, I want to try to just enjoy window shopping. Just, like, enjoy looking at the stuff, but not feeling the need to buy it. And in terms of, like, limiting the baby clothes, like, not buying the baby clothes stuff, I may just have to, for a while, just, like, not go into any baby stores, not look, on Doll Fans buy and sell section, just, like, avoid looking at baby clothes altogether. I probably will avoid watching haul videos on YouTube, because whenever I watch hauls, I see outfits that I like and I'm like, oh, I need to go and find that. So I'm like, it's going to be hard, because, you know, you get used to a certain way of collecting and enjoying your collection. And it's not to say that I don't like the things that I've bought, and, you know, like, I don't regret any of it, but I just want to do things differently this year. I just want to, because it's, like I said, it just got to me that I was like, I can understand if I had, like, more room for stuff, or, like, if I had stuff that I was, you know, if I got rid of a whole bunch of baby clothes, then I could enjoy going shopping for new stuff. That I have no issue with, but it's the fact that right now, the outfits that I have, I've weeded through them as best as I can, and the ones that I have, I just can't bring myself to part with yet, because a lot of them haven't even been worn, so I can't really decide whether I like it or not. So I was just like, it just doesn't make sense to buy more when I don't have the space for it, and when I have lots of stuff, great stuff here that I haven't used yet. So yeah. Anyways, so those are my goals for this year. It's a lot. I know it's a lot, but I'm going to really, really, like, do my best to make them happen and get into a routine, I guess. Like, try to get into a routine, like I said, where I set aside a certain day of the week to maybe do a little bit of reborning, and then another day of the week to do some scrapbooking or card making, and then, you know, set aside, you know, maybe one day a week to visit a friend or family member, or just spend some time by myself going out for a walk or something. I don't know. I just want to do stuff and not get stuff. So that is the ultimate goal. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed hearing my goals. Let me know in the comments below what kind of goals you guys have, or make a video yourself sharing your goals. I love hearing the different goals people have for the year. I don't like to call them resolutions. I like to call them goals. It's just my way of doing it. And, you know, like I said, sometimes, you know, a chronic illness has other plans, and sometimes those goals don't happen. But I will all, you know, whatever goals I don't accomplish this year, I will just write them down for next year. And I realize not to beat myself up if I can't reach certain goals in a year, because it is what it is. Like, it happens with chronic illness. Like, I may not be able to accomplish everything, but I'm going to do my darndest to accomplish as much as I can. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!